Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon is Minecraft's final boss, but really she's the school principal of the end. Loud, dramatic, and always flying circles while you try not to get expelled into the void. The arena is a big island of end stone with tall obsidian towers. On top of most towers are end crystals that heal the dragon. Rule number 1, break the crystals first or you'll be punching a boss that keeps eating free hearts like snacks. Use a bow to pop the open crystals from far away, and for the ones inside iron cages, climb carefully and break the bars before smashing the crystal. Pro tip, bring ladders or ender pearls for fast tower climbs, and wear a carved pumpkin or keep your crosshair low so you don't stare at endermen and start a family argument. The dragon has 2 moods, drive-by and perch. During flybys, it shoots dragon's breath, purple clouds that sit on the ground and delete your health like overdue bills. Don't be a hero, step out of the cloud, or use a water bucket to push it away. You can also bottle the breath for potions later. Yes, chaos is collectible. When the dragon perches in the center near the bedrock fountain, that's your damage window. Run in and hit the head with a sword. Avoid standing behind the wings or tail, or you'll get yeeted like a paper airplane. Gear that makes you look smart, feather falling boots in case you get launched, slow falling potions, chef's kiss, a power bow with plenty of arrows, and a water bucket for emergency landings and enderman drama. Speedrunners love using beds to explode the dragon while it's perched. Beds blow up in the end, but if you're new, stick to bow shots in the air and sword hits on the perch. Clear the crystals, keep moving, don't choke on purple soup, and you'll win. The reward is a mountain of XP, a shiny dragon egg trophy, and gateway portals that open around the island so you can go loot end cities like a responsible adventurer. Wither. The Wither is not like the Ender Dragon, who lives in her own dimension minding her business. The Wither is the boss you choose to summon. Meaning when things go horribly wrong, you cannot blame Mojang, your friends, your keyboard, your FPS, or your Wi-Fi. You asked for this, you crafted this disaster, you invited pain into your Minecraft world, and the Wither is more than happy to make sure you regret every decision that led to this moment. To spawn the Wither, you stack soul sand into a T-shape and place 3 Wither skeleton skulls across the top. The moment that third skull goes on, the Wither forms like it's loading into reality from pure anger. You get about 3 seconds of silence. This is your chance to run, hide, pray, or mentally prepare your "I can fix this" speech. Then it explodes. Not a cute firework explosion, a base leveler explosion. The kind that removes your roof, yard, pets, and emotional stability. If you spawned it near your house, just go ahead and start drawing up plans for a new home in another biome. The Wither flies, shoots explosive skulls, and applies the Wither effect, which is basically poison but meaner. It turns your hearts black, making it look like your health is disappearing into the void. On Java, the Wither is strong. On Bedrock, the Wither is a gym rat. It hits harder, heals more, destroys more blocks, and basically says, "You think you're safe? That's adorable." Most players fight the Wither underground, so it gets trapped in tight space and can't fly around, ruining the whole planet. Others fight it in the Nether, where explosions destroy less valuable land. The brave, or extremely delusional, fight it on the surface and watch half their biome become Wither World Season 4. Halfway through the fight, when the Wither's health drops enough, it enters rage mode. It gains a force field that makes arrows useless. This is where many players panic. Your bow? Now just a pretty stick. To finish the fight, you have to rush in and hit it with a sword, preferably the kind with sharpness, smite, or your hopes and dreams tied to it. Potion of strength, golden apples, and decent armor make this part much easier. Running in with iron gear, that's a documentary titled How I Lost Everything in 6 Seconds. When you finally defeat the Wither, it drops the Nether Star, the key ingredient used to craft a beacon. A beacon gives powerful buffs to your base: speed, strength, haste, basically turning you into a superhero on your own property. So yes, the Wither is terrifying, destructive, loud, explosive, and dramatic, but the loot, worth it. Warden. The Warden is not a boss you fight. The Warden is a boss you avoid at all costs. Mojang didn't design the Warden as a challenge. They designed it as a lesson. The lesson is leave. The Warden lives in the deep dark, a biome that looks like someone turned Minecraft into a horror game at 3 a.m. When you walk there, it's quiet, too quiet. The ground is covered in skulk blocks, and if you make noise, the skulk sensors hear you. If those activate too many times, they trigger a skulk shrieker. And if the shrieker goes off enough, the Warden emerges from from the floor like it just decided that your survival was optional. The Warden is blind, but before you celebrate, remember, blindness means nothing when your ears work like military-grade radar. The Warden doesn't see you, it hears your footsteps and smells your movement. If you sprint, it knows. If you break blocks, it knows. If you sneeze in real life, honestly, it probably knows. And when it finds you, it hits so hard that full netherite armor looks like cheap plastic. One swing equals sign gone. Two swings equals sign respawn screen. And don't even think about shooting it from a distance. The Warden has a sonic boom attack that ignores armor entirely. Hide behind walls. It goes through the walls. There is no safe cheese here. So what's the reward for defeating the Warden? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not a sword, not a trophy, not even a cool t-shirt. The only reward is the silence of the grave and the emotional satisfaction of knowing you did something the game told you not to do. The real strategy isn't fighting, it's sneaking. Crouch. Throw snowballs to distract it. Move slowly. And never brag to your friends that you don't get scared in Minecraft, because the Warden exists to prove you wrong. Elder Guardian. The Elder Guardian lives inside ocean monuments, which already feel like underwater mazes built by someone who hates joy. Before you even see the Elder Guardian, it hits you with mining fatigue, which makes your pickaxe swing slower than Wi-Fi in a basement. The boss itself is a giant angry fish with a laser that locks onto you. If you don't hide behind blocks or move fast, that laser melts your health like butter in the sun. Meanwhile, the monument is full of smaller guardians shooting at you like underwater snipers. The trick is to bring water breathing, milk buckets to remove the mining fatigue, and doors to create little air pockets so you don't drown while panicking. Once you track the giant fish down, usually hiding behind like 40 layers of walls, beating it is mostly about patience and making sure your oxygen doesn't betray you. Ravager. The Ravager shows up during village raids and acts like a living bulldozer with horns. It charges straight at you, breaks crops, fences, your dignity, everything. If a pillager or evoker is riding it, that's when things get disrespectful. The Ravager hits very hard, knocks you back, and is surprisingly fast for something shaped like a refrigerator. The best plan is to keep distance, use a bow, and not stand in front of it thinking your shield will save you. Spoiler, it won't. Ravagers are chaos animals designed to make your peaceful village look like the aftermath of a music festival. Evoker. The Evoker is the real final boss of raids, not the Ravager. It stands there in a fancy robe, looking harmless, and then suddenly summons fangs that burst out of the floor and vexes, tiny flying demons that chase you forever. Vexes are small, fast, and ignore walls, shields, emotions, and hope. If you don't take the Evoker out quickly, the fight becomes a clown circus of screaming and running. But defeating the Evoker gives you the Totem of Undying, which is basically a second life. So yes, it's chaotic, but at least the loot is worth crying for. Piglin Brute. The Piglin Brute guards bastions like it owns the place, the land, the rent, and your future. Unlike regular piglins, it does not care about gold. You can walk in with full gold armor, holding gold blocks, singing a gold-themed love song. The brute will still chase you down. It hits extremely hard, and because bastions are full of weird bridges, lava pits, and open holes, most players don't even die to the brute directly. They panic, jump, and self-delete from existence. The safest way to deal with piglin brutes is to either shoot them from afar or trap them behind blocks so you can breathe. Close-range sword fights usually end with you staring at the respawn screen, rethinking your life choices.